Well, Sunday's storm in the Brainerd Lakes area left many residents in the area scrambling. That included one local couple who was just 1 week away from their wedding day. Justin Prince has that story.
Della Grammer and Jordan Goose were looking forward to a perfect wedding without a hitch, or so to speak. But Sunday's storm left their special day in jeopardy.
I didn't know it was going to be a bad enough storm that it was really going to affect our wedding a week down the road.
We were a little out of town, so it didn't hit us as bad. So it didn't even faze me. I didn't think the storm was bad enough to shut down a whole resort.
And then we heard probably a few days later that the Legacy and Craigens was all shut down.
And then I got the call. It was just kind of like a shock at first, and then it kind of hit me, and it was overwhelming. It started to sink in how serious the storm really was.
And with no power at the hotel, guests had nowhere to stay. But some phone calls and a Facebook post would change all of that.
I called a couple of my best friends. Ron put something on Facebook, and then before you know it, we just had all these offers. Some of Jordan's family friends were offering, some of ours. Co-workers of mine offering whole houses when they weren't even going to be home this weekend.
They were going to have the reception at Craigens, which still had no power. But everyone involved was determined to have the show go on.
Really, at the end of the day, we wanted to move forward as fast as possible. And the only way to do that is to keep pushing forward and saying that this is what we're going to do.
But less than a week later, Craigens is open, the lights are back on, and the wedding and reception will go on as planned.
Really, our goal is to finish what we started at the end of the day. We want them to have a perfect event. We want them to have a memorable event.
We're just really excited, and I always think about it. It's always, for the last 5 months, it's always been the next step, but now it's actually here, and everyone's starting to pile in, and it's just kind of surreal that it's all happening.
Goose and Grammer will be married tomorrow, and they say it'll be a day and week that they'll never forget. In Brainerd, Justin Prince, Lakeland News.
Goose and Grammer are high school sweethearts who graduated from Brainerd High School in 2010.
If you've enjoyed this segment of Lakeland News, please consider making a tax-deductible contribution to Lakeland Public Television.